Students, we'll start with the introduction for exercise 10.4. In this, you're going to study. So, before that, exercise 10.3 is not there for your syllabus. In this, you're going to study theorem number 10.6 and theorem number 10.7. Before that, so we'll come to know what is the distance of line from a point. See, if it P is a point and XY is a line segment, what is the distance of line from this point? See, is this a distance? Is this a distance? Is this a distance? No. These all are not distances. So the distance of a line from a point is the length of perpendicular from a point to a line. The length of perpendicular from a point to a line is the distance of line from the point. Distance of line from a point is the perpendicular length from a point to a line. So this perpendicular is the distance of line from a point. So if PB is perpendicular, then PB is the distance of line from that particular point. So this one thing you need to remember. So next we'll go to the theorem number 10.6. So what does it states? Equal chords of a circle are equidistant from the center. What does it mean? See, suppose this is a circle, let O be the center. Suppose XY and LM are the two chords which are equal in length. If they are equal in length, then they are equidistant from the center. They are the equidistant from the center. So what is the distance of line from, what is the distance of line? This is the line segment. This is the chord. What is the distance of line? The perpendicular O, P, O, Q. So in that case, if these two chords are equal, so if XY and LM are equal, according to this theorem, OP will be equal to OQ. Equal chords of a circle are equidistant from the center. What does it mean? Then if XY is equal to LM, then OP will be equal to OQ. So see, how can we state? So in words, see, equal chords of a circle, same circle, equal chords of a circle are equidistant from the center. This is equidistance. Next, theorem number 10.7. Chords equidistant from the center of a circle are equal in length. So converse of the theorem. Suppose this is a circle with center O and XY and LM. Suppose if OP is equal to OQ, then XY will be equal to LM. The chords equidistance. Please see, suppose XY and LM are equidistant from O. It means if OP is equal to OQ, then XY is equal to LM. Chords equidistant from the center are equal in length. That is the meaning of that particular theorem. Please note these two theorems. So we will solve example 2 based on the previous theorems. See, if two intersecting chords of a circle make equal angle with the diameter passing through the point of intersection, prove that chords are equal. Suppose this is a circle. Okay, there are two chords. Let the chords be, so O be the point, O be the center. Let O be the center, and let LM and PQ are the two chords. They are intersecting at point E. Okay, point E. And one more thing they are telling, if two intersecting chords of a circle make equal angle with the diameter passing through the point of intersection. So there is a diameter AB. So that is passing to the point of intersection. So E is the point of intersection, AB is the diameter that is passing through the point of intersection. And what they are telling, it is making equal angle with the chords of, if two intersecting chords of a circle make equal angle with the diameter. So they make then according to this MEB is equal to BEQ. So this diameter is making equal angle with the other two chords. See, what does it mean? That means BEQ is equal to BEM. Now what I do, I'll do the construction. Draw OS and OR perpendicular to PQ and LM respectively. What you're going to do? What you're going to do? Draw, say O is the center. Draw OS and OR perpendicular to PQ and LM respectively. After this, and you know MEB or REB is equal to QEB or SEO. That is given because the diameter diameter passing through the point of intersection is going to make equal angle. Or else two intersecting chords of a circle make equal angle with the diameter. So these two make equal angle with the diameter. So one chord is LM, other chord is PQ. They are going to make equal angle with the diameter. Now see what we can write. We can write, see what is given. Given LM and PQ are two intersecting chords. And even they have given that they are going to make equal angle with the chords. See, this diameter is going to make equal angle with the chords, that is angle SEO is equal to angle REO. Okay. And what construction arrangement what we are going to do? So construction, draw OS perpendicular to PQ and OR perpendicular to LM. Fine. Now, so what we need to prove? We need to prove this LM is equal to PQ. Prove that the chords are equal. We need to prove LM is equal to PQ. LM is equal to PQ. Those two are the chords. Now, proof. See, if I am able to prove OR is equal to OS, OR is equal to OS, what are they? They are distance of PQ and LM from center O. If the chords are equidistant from the center, then those two chords will be equal according to the theorem. So then we need to prove OR is equal to OS. If I am able to prove that OR is equal to OS, then what we can say? Obviously LM is equal to PQ through the theorem. Okay. So for that, in triangle OES, and triangle OER, what we need to do? We need to prove those two triangles are congruent. If two triangles are congruent, their corresponding sides will be equal. So that we need to prove. Okay. In triangle OES and OER, so what I can write? Angle REO, in case of this, angle OES is equal to angle REO. Why it is given? Fine. Next, what I can prove, what I can write, ERO is equal to ESO. Angle ERO is equal to angle ESO. Fine. This is through construction. ERO is equal to ESO is equal to 19. This is through construction. Fine. Next. EO is equal to EO. Common side. Fine. Next, what I can write, triangle OES is congruent to triangle OER. Why? Because of AAS criteria. AAS congruence criteria. Fine. Now, since these two triangles are congruent, what I can write? OS is equal to OR. Why? Because of CP, CT, corresponding parts of congruent triangle. So now what I can write, since OS is equal to OR, I can write LM is equal to, PQ is equal to LM. This is because of chords equidistant from the center, equidistant from the center are equal. Chords equidistant from the center are equal. So this is the thing we had to prove. So we proved it. PQ is equal to LM. So please note this down. So we'll continue with exercise 10.4. In the first question, two circles of radii 5 cm and 3 cm intersect at 2 points and the distance between their centers is 4 cm. Find the length of the common chord. See, there are two circles and they are intersecting at 2 points. They are intersecting at, there are two circles. One is of radius 5 cm which is bigger, other is of radius 3 cm which is smaller, and they are intersecting at 2 points. Let O be the center of a circle with radius 5 cm. 5 cm. Next, O dash be the center of other circle with radius 3 cm. And the distance between these two, it is given, that is 4 cm. Now, so you will find one of the common chord between these two circles. See, let AB is the common chord. Okay. See, if I take AB is the chord. See, what is chord? Chord is the line segment joining 2 points on the circle. See, A is on, A and B are the 2 points on circle O, circle with center O and O dash. So that is a line segment joining the 2 points on the circle. So that is a chord, and that is a chord for both this circle and this circle, for both the circles. So that is the reason they are calling it as a common chord. Now we need to find the length of the common chord. Okay. Now, so this common chord is intersecting with the line joining the two centers at point C. Now join AO and AO dash. Okay. See, and what we need to do, we need to find the length of the chord AB. And one more thing, one theorem which was there in the chapter exercise number 10.3, what does it states? The perpendicular drawn from center of a circle to a chord bisects the chord. Means OC is the line which is perpendicular to the chord AB. It is going to bisect the chord AB. So what does it mean? AC will be equal to CB according to that particular theorem. And See, if I am able to find the length of AC, then the length of AB will be equal to 2 times AC. So for that, what we need to do? See, what is given, we'll write down. So O dash is equal to 4 centimeter they have given. Now what I assume, so before that we'll write down what is there. So and AO is equal to, what is AO? 5 centimeter, that will be the radius of this particular circle. And what is AO dash? That will be equal to 3 centimeter. It is already given. And the distance between the center is also given, that is 4 centimeter. So what we need to find? We need to find AB. AB is equal to what? Okay. Now we will assume, let OC is equal to X. Then O dash will be equal to, O dash is 4. In that I am removing X. Then O dash will be X minus 4. Okay. Now in triangle AOC, angle C is equal to 90 degree. So then what I can write? AO square is equal to OC square plus AC square, or else AC square is equal to AO square minus OC square. Then what is AO square? That is 5 square, minus OC is X. We defined it. Let OC is equal, we define it, okay, minus X square, that is 25 minus X square, that is AC square. We'll keep it as it is, okay. Then next, in triangle AO dash C, angle C is equal to 90 degree. Then what I can write? AO dash square is equal to AC square plus OC square. Fine. Now what I can write? AO square is 3 square is equal, so or else I need AC square. AC square is equal to AO square, AO dash square minus OC square. See what I need? I need AC square. I'll take it out. Then AO square, AO dash square minus OC square. So which is equal to, we'll call it as equation number 1. What is AO dash square? That is 3 square. Minus what is OC square? Sorry, this is O dash C square. This is O dash. So O dash C square will be this X minus 4 whole square. Fine. So 9 square, sorry, 3 square is nothing but 9, minus X square plus 16 minus 8X. Fine. Now AC square is equal to 9 minus X square minus 16 plus 8X. So we'll call it as equation number 2. So we'll compare the two equations. What we'll get? See, 25 minus X square is equal to 9 minus X square minus 16 plus 8X. Fine. Okay. Now this X square will get cancelled. So 25 minus 16 is 25. See, before this 9 minus 16 is 7. 25 is equal to 9 minus 16 is minus 7 plus 8X, or else 8X is equal to 25 plus 7, or else 8x is equal to 32, or else x is equal to 32 by 8. 8 ones are 8 fours are, x is equal to 4. X is equal to 4. Then using that x is equal to 4, I need to find AC. So therefore AC square, so in equation 1 will become, I'll write here, I'll continue here and let me adjust the focus. So AC square is equal to, so 25 minus x square is 4 square. So AC square is equal to 25 minus 16, which is equal to 25 minus 16 is nothing but 9, or else AC is equal to square root of 9, which is equal to 3 centimeter. But what we need AB. So one thing we have, we'll write here, perpendicular drawn from the center of a circle, to the chord bisects the chord. Okay, according to this theorem, what we can write, AB is equal to 2 times AC. Since O dash C or OC is bisecting the AB, then AB will be equal to 2 times AC. So therefore AB is equal to 2 into 3, which is equal to 6 centimeter. So this is the length of a common chord, that is AB, which is equal to 6 centimeter. What we did, they had given the two circles and the distance between the two centers had been given to us, and even they are stated. So the two circles are intersecting at 2 points, and using that, so we assume the distance OC as x, then O dash C will become x minus 4, and after that, you know this OC is perpendicular to AB, so then C is equal to 90 degree. So apply Pythagoras theorem here and obtain the relation for AC, and again in the other triangle also obtain the relation for AC. Compare them. After comparing, you are going to get the value of x. After that, using the value of x, you are going to find the length AC. Then using the theorem, you will come to know AB is equal to 2AC. Then so you will arrive at the length of the common chord. Please note this down.